Hi, in today's video, we'll be going over computer basics. My name is Megan, and I work out of the Truro branch for the Colchester East Hants Public Library System. Everything we'll be going over today, you can see for free from the website listed here below. It's the gcflearnfree.org. And on this website, not only do they have computer basics, but a bunch of other great resources as well. So be sure to check that out. You can always pause this video and type that in and have a look at what they have. And of course, this will always be up on our blog, so you can always refer to this video as well. First things first, what is a computer? A computer is an electronic device that manipulates information or data. It has the ability to store, retrieve, and process data. You may already know that you can use your computer to type documents, send email, play games, and browse the web. You can also use it to edit or create spreadsheets, presentations, and even videos. When most people hear the word computer, they think of a personal computer such as a desktop or laptop. However, computers come in many shapes and sizes, and they perform many different functions in our daily lives. When you withdraw cash from an ATM, scan groceries at the store, or use a calculator, you're using a type of computer. Many people use desktop computers at work, home, and school. Desktop computers are designed to be placed on a desk, and they're typically made up of a few different parts, including the computer case, monitor, keyboard, and mouse. The second type of computer you may be familiar with is a laptop computer, commonly called a laptop. Laptops are battery-powered computers that are more portable than desktops, allowing you to use them almost anywhere. Tablet computers or tablets are handheld computers that are even more portable than laptops. Instead of a keyboard and mouse, tablets use a touch-sensitive screen for typing and navigation. The iPad is an example of a tablet. Macs and PCs, two terms you may have heard before. Personal computers come in two main styles, PC and Mac. Both are fully functional, and they have a different look and feel, and many people prefer one over the other. There really is no right or wrong, it is just preference. PCs. This type of computer began with the original IBM PC that was introduced in 1981. Other companies began creating similar computers, which were called IBM PC compatible, often shortened to PC. Today, this is the most common type of personal computer, and it typically includes the Microsoft Windows operating system. Macs, which are formerly known as Macintosh computer, was introduced in 1984, and it was the first widely sold personal computer with a graphic user interface. All Macs are made by one company, known as Apple, and they almost always use the Mac operating system. Hardware versus software. Hardware is any part of your computer that has a physical structure, such as the keyboard or mouse. It also includes all the computer's internal parts. Software is any set of instructions that tells the hardware what to do and how to do it. Examples of software include web browsers, games, and word processors, like Microsoft Word. Different parts of a computer. Each part plays an important role whenever you use your computer. Mouse. There are two main mouse types, optical and mechanical. The optical mouse uses an electronic eye to detect movement and is easier to clean. The mechanical mouse uses a rolling ball to detect movement and requires regular cleaning to work properly. At this point, you'd be pretty hard-pressed to find a mechanical mouse. Almost all of them are optical. Keyboard. The keyboard, it's one of the main ways to communicate with your computer. And if you do check out the website I provided at the start of the video, they have a typing tutorial and practices you can do on there. Monitor. Newer monitors usually have LCD, which is liquid crystal display, or LED, which is light emitting diode displays. These can be made very thin, and they are often called flat panel displays. Older monitors use CRT displays. CRT monitors are much larger and heavier, and they take up more desk space. You might remember when computers first came out, or even, I mean, it wasn't that long ago, 15, 20 years ago, where monitors had these huge round backs to them, where nowadays monitors are very thin and sleek. Computer case. Computer cases come in different shapes and sizes. A desktop case lies flat on the desk and the monitor usually sits on top of it. A tower case is tall and sits next to the monitor or is on the floor. There's an example in the picture here. All-in-one computers come with the internal components built into the monitor, which eliminates the need for a separate case. We actually use these at the Truro branch. Touchpad. These are touch-sensitive pads that let you control the pointer. You typically see these on laptops, and it's highlighted there in the red circle. Buttons and ports. So each computer is different, so the buttons, ports, and sockets will vary from computer to computer. However, there are certain ones you can expect to find on most desktop computers. Learning how these ports are used will help whenever you need to connect something to your computer, like a new printer, keyboard, or mouse. I have some examples here of some of the different buttons you might see on a computer. The example is of a desktop computer, but this would also apply to a laptop device as well. We have a CD-ROM or DVD-ROM drive, which are almost also obsolete at this point. It's rare to find a laptop that has a CD-ROM. Your audio in and out ports are on this screen. It's a little green and pinkish red color ports. That's where you can connect your microphones and speakers. USB ports, which can be used for a variety of things. Usually the front ones are great for using with external storage. And power button. On the back here, we have our power socket, which is how our computer gets power. Your Ethernet port, which would use for your internet if you weren't using wireless. There's usually a bank of USB ports on the back. And some of the older computers, you'll see serial ports. Those are the ones with the little prongs. And those are used for some of the older monitors in different devices. Some even old printers would use those. We won't go over the test, but I did want to bring this up on that same page, website again. They offer testing so that you can test and see how comfortable you are with ports and figuring out where they go. It's a great little way to get used to what connects where on your device. And they have ones for laptops there as well. Peripherals. This is a very fancy sounding word. Basically, this is printers, scanners, speakers, microphone, webcam, digital camera, phone, etc. Anything you are connecting to your computer is considered a peripheral. So an example would be I'm using a webcam and a microphone headset. Both of those are peripherals. Getting started and what to expect. A computer is more than just another household appliance. The vast amount of information and possibilities can be overwhelming, but you can accomplish a lot with a computer, and using one can be a good experience. The very first step, of course, is to turn on your computer. To do this, locate and press the power button. It is a different place on every computer, but it will have the universal power button symbol. On the screen right now, you can see a symbol, and that is the universal power button symbol. And this you might even find on a whole bunch of different appliances or other bits of technology. But anytime you see this symbol, you know it has to do with power. Once turned on, your computer takes time before it's ready to use. You may see a few different displays flash on the screen. This process is called booting up, and it can take anywhere from 15 seconds to several minutes. Discrepancies in this usually have to do with either the age of your device or also the quality. Okay. You interact with the computer mainly by using the keyboard and mouse, or if you're using a laptop, a trackpad. Learning to use one of these devices is essential to learning to use a computer. Most people find it comfortable to place the keyboard on the desk directly in front of them and the mouse to one side of the keyboard. It's total preference, left, right-handed, or what you're used to using. Using the mouse. The mouse controls the pointer on the screen. Whenever you move the mouse across the desk, the pointer will move in a similar manner. A mouse usually has two buttons, which are referred to as the left button and the right button. Most of the time when you're using a computer, you're pretty much always going to be using the left button. The desktop, another word you've probably heard countless times. The main screen you'll start from in the desktop. So once your device has booted up, this is the first screen you'll see. This is sort of like the main menu or table of contents. From here, you can access the programs and features you need to use your computer. Icons are used to represent the different files, applications, and commands on your computer. Menus are organized collections of commands and shortcuts. Click a menu to open it and display the commands and shortcuts within. Then click an item in the menu to execute it. Open Windows. When you open an application or folder, it is displayed in its own window. A window is a contained area, like a picture within a picture, with its own menus and buttons specific to that program. You can see in the picture provided here on the screen that there are 3 windows open. And now just for a quick little review, you can see we have a picture of a desktop on display here, and it has 2 windows open. And you'll notice within those windows, there is a file, a home. So there is options you can choose within the window. The bottom left of the screen, we have our Start button. This is how you can start searching for applications in your computer. You can also find your settings in here. On the right-hand side, on the bottom right, you can see your time and date. There's even on Windows 10, on the bottom left where it says Ask Me Anything, that is where you can search not only the internet, but in your computer as well. So say I was looking for the picture labeled here in the window, canal. I could type canal into that little bar that says Ask Me Anything, and it will search my computer and it'll bring it up for me. It's a very handy service to have. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me here at mcameron@chpubliclibrary.ca. The WordPress is no longer in use, but you can definitely reach me by email. And I hope that was helpful for you all. Don't be too scared to try out some of these things on your computer and explore it a little bit. You can always close out of something if you get somewhere you're not comfortable. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.